Human beings are inherently social creatures, biologically wired to seek companionship and connection. From infancy, we rely on others for survival, guidance, and emotional development. This intrinsic need for connection does not diminish with age. In fact, it deepens. Close relationships, whether with parents, siblings, extended family members, friends, or even pets, play a crucial role in shaping our emotional landscapes. These bonds offer us a sense of belonging, purpose, and validation. Numerous psychological theories, including Maslow's hierarchy of needs, place love and belonging just above the most basic human necessities like food and shelter. When this emotional need is met, individuals report higher self-esteem, greater life satisfaction, and resilience in the face of adversity. The presence of people or animals who genuinely care for us helps buffer life's inevitable stresses and challenges. These connections often form the emotional fabric that gives our lives meaning. In a world that increasingly encourages individual achievement and digital interaction, the grounding power of close, heartfelt relationships becomes even more vital. Studies in neuroscience reveal that social rejection activates the same brain regions as physical pain, reinforcing how essential positive social bonds are to our well-being. Simply put, we thrive in the presence of love and support and falter in its absence. Whether it's a comforting embrace, a shared laugh, or a moment of quiet companionship, the impact of emotional closeness is profound. This human tendency to seek out and flourish in meaningful relationships remains one of the most consistent predictors of happiness across cultures, age groups, and socioeconomic backgrounds. Family often serves as the first social unit in which individuals learn about trust, empathy, and emotional regulation. Our early experiences with parents and caregivers lay the groundwork for how we perceive relationships later in life. Families provide a crucial sense of identity and continuity, anchoring us during periods of uncertainty. Emotional support from family members can significantly reduce feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness. Particularly in cultures that emphasize collectivism, close-knit families act as the primary source of emotional and practical support. Even in more individualistic societies, the family remains a stronghold of security and love. As people age, these relationships continue to influence happiness. Elderly individuals with strong familial bonds report higher levels of life satisfaction and mental health. Children who grow up in loving households are more likely to form healthy relationships themselves, thus continuing the cycle of emotional fulfillment. In difficult times such as illness, job loss, or personal crises, family often steps in as the first line of support. This enduring presence provides not just physical help but also emotional stability. However, it's important to note that not all family relationships are inherently positive. Where dysfunction exists, it can lead to significant stress. Yet, when nurtured and healthy, familial bonds form a powerful foundation for long-term happiness. Investing in these relationships, through communication, shared experiences, and mutual care, pays lifelong dividends. As research consistently shows, people who feel connected to their families experience lower levels of stress hormones and are more likely to engage in health-promoting behaviors. While family relationships are foundational, friendships offer a unique form of chosen companionship that evolves throughout life. Unlike family, friends are selected based on shared interests, values, and mutual enjoyment. This makes friendships especially empowering. They are bonds formed through mutual affection rather than obligation. Research shows that adults with close friendships are less likely to experience feelings of isolation and more likely to report higher levels of happiness. Friendships provide a safe space for self-expression, humor, emotional support, and even personal growth. During transitional phases such as adolescence, college years, or career changes, friends often serve as primary emotional anchors. In many cases, friends become like chosen family, offering encouragement and presence that rivals biological connections. Strong friendships also have practical health benefits. People with close friends tend to have lower blood pressure, improved immune systems, and longer life expectancy. Importantly, friendships can evolve and adapt over time, which makes them resilient to life's changes. While romantic relationships may falter or careers may shift, a loyal friend remains a steadying force. These relationships also provide perspective. Through them, we learn empathy, compromise, and forgiveness. A deep conversation with a friend, a spontaneous road trip, or a shared moment of laughter can all significantly boost one's sense of well-being. Therefore, nurturing friendships with intention and care is not just emotionally fulfilling, it's a crucial element of a happy, healthy life. Whether it's one confidant or a circle of close friends, these relationships enhance every aspect of our emotional experience. The role of pets in contributing to happiness is increasingly recognized by both science and society. Whether it's the enthusiastic wag of a dog's tail or the comforting purr of a cat, animals provide a level of companionship that is deeply fulfilling. Pets offer unconditional love, loyalty, and a sense of purpose. For many, they are considered family members in every sense. Interacting with animals has been shown to reduce cortisol, a stress hormone, lower blood pressure, and increase levels of oxytocin, the hormone associated with bonding and love. Particularly for individuals who live alone, pets offer essential companionship and emotional support. They provide structure to daily life, encourage physical activity, and alleviate symptoms of depression and anxiety. Therapy animals are now a common feature in hospitals, nursing homes, and even college campuses, underscoring their ability to improve mental health and promote healing. Beyond the physiological benefits, pets also teach valuable life skills such as responsibility, empathy, and patience. Children who grow up with pets tend to develop stronger social skills and greater emotional intelligence. For adults, a pet can serve as a comforting constant in a fast-paced, often isolating world. The bond between humans and animals transcends language and logic. It is a connection rooted in mutual trust and affection. Whether it's a dog greeting you at the door or a cat curling up beside you after a long day, these interactions bring a sense of peace and joy that is difficult to replicate. For many, the presence of a pet is not just comforting, it is a vital source of happiness. While close relationships undoubtedly contribute to happiness, they require intentional effort and care to flourish. Like a garden, relationships must be nurtured through communication, empathy, and shared experiences. The modern world, with its distractions and fast pace, can sometimes hinder deep human connection. Social media, for instance, may create an illusion of connectedness while actually reducing the quality of interpersonal relationships. Thus, it's essential to prioritize face-to-face interactions and meaningful conversations. Setting aside time for family dinners, regular catch-ups with friends, or even quality moments with pets can significantly enhance emotional well-being. Practicing gratitude within these relationships, expressing appreciation, offering support, and actively listening further deepens the bonds. It's also important to maintain healthy boundaries and recognize when relationships become toxic or one-sided. True closeness is built on mutual respect, trust, and effort from all parties involved. Furthermore, emotional intelligence plays a vital role in sustaining happiness through relationships. The ability to manage emotions, resolve conflicts, and empathize with others creates a fertile ground for lasting connection. Investing in relationships doesn't just benefit us emotionally, it strengthens our sense of identity and belonging. Ultimately, happiness is less about material success and more about the richness of our relationships. Whether through the unconditional love of family, the companionship of friends, or the quiet affection of a pet, close relationships offer joy that is deep, enduring, and transformative. By choosing to nurture these bonds with care and intention, we create a foundation for a life marked not only by happiness, but by meaningful connection and shared humanity. Beyond immediate relationships with family, friends, and pets, the broader sense of community also plays a crucial role in fostering happiness. Humans have historically thrived in tribes, villages, and communal societies, where everyone shared responsibilities, resources, and emotional support. This collective belonging instills a deep sense of purpose and identity. Modern research confirms that individuals who feel connected to a community, whether it be a neighborhood, religious group, volunteer organization, or online collective, report higher levels of happiness and reduced mental health issues. A supportive community provides not only emotional sustenance but also practical help during difficult times. Celebrating cultural festivals together, joining group fitness classes, or simply chatting with neighbors can create micro-moments of joy that accumulate into a more fulfilling life. Feeling valued within a community boosts self-worth and motivates individuals to contribute positively, creating a reinforcing loop of mutual care. Moreover, communities often act as buffers against social isolation, especially for the elderly or people living alone. For children, growing up in a strong community helps develop a sense of safety and social responsibility. Likewise, immigrants or those relocating to new places find emotional stability through cultural or language-based communities that replicate the bonds of their homeland. Importantly, these extended relationships can bridge gaps when traditional family or friendship networks are strained or unavailable, ultimately fostering a sense of community. By participating in local events, volunteering, or even just being a good neighbor deepens our emotional well-being and strengthens the social fabric that supports happiness. Supportive relationships play a pivotal role in building emotional resilience, the ability to cope with adversity, recover from setbacks, and maintain mental balance during stressful times. Life is inevitably filled with challenges, from career disappointments and health scares to personal loss and existential doubts. Having close relationships acts as an emotional safety net that cushions these blows. A comforting conversation with a loved one or the soothing presence of a pet can be the difference between despair and hope. Emotional resilience is not just about internal strength, it is also cultivated externally through connections that remind us we are not alone. Research in positive psychology consistently shows that people who have a reliable support system bounce back from stress faster, exhibit lower levels of cortisol, and are less prone to chronic anxiety or depression. This buffering effect of social support also extends to decision-making and confidence. When people feel understood and supported, they are more willing to take healthy risks, seek help when needed, and persevere in the face of failure. Relationships encourage us to reframe problems, see new perspectives, and regain emotional footing. Support doesn't always need to be verbal. Sometimes just the presence of someone who cares or a pet who instinctively senses your pain can provide profound comfort. By fostering these strong emotional ties, individuals build a psychological reservoir that equips them to face life with greater courage, calm, and optimism. In essence, close relationships not only elevate our joys but also fortify our spirits during life's inevitable storms. The way relationships influence happiness can also be deeply shaped by cultural context. In collectivist cultures, such as those in many Asian, African, and Latin American societies, relationships with family and community are emphasized above individual goals. Happiness is often derived from fulfilling social roles, contributing to group welfare, and maintaining harmony within the family. These cultures value interdependence and shared responsibility, making close relationships not just a source of happiness but a moral duty. In contrast, individualistic cultures like those in North America and parts of Europe place greater emphasis on personal autonomy, self-expression, and freedom of choice. Here, relationships are often chosen rather than inherited and are expected to contribute to personal fulfillment. Even within these frameworks, the importance of close relationships remains consistent. The difference lies in how they are prioritized, maintained, and celebrated. For example, filial piety, a strong sense of respect and duty toward one's parents, is a key pillar of happiness in many Asian societies. Meanwhile, Western cultures may focus more on friendship and romantic relationships as primary sources of emotional support. Despite these differences, what remains universal is the deep human need for love, connection, and belonging. Cultural norms may shape the way these needs are expressed, but they do not change the fundamental role of relationships in fostering happiness. In today's increasingly globalized world, many individuals navigate multiple cultural expectations around relationships, creating unique blends of connection that still center around the same emotional truths: love, loyalty, trust, and mutual care. Close relationships do more than elevate our mood. They have lasting effects on physical and cognitive health throughout the lifespan. Long-term studies, such as the Harvard Study of Adult Development, have demonstrated that quality of relationships is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity and life satisfaction. Individuals with strong social ties experience fewer chronic illnesses, recover faster from surgeries, and report less pain during medical procedures. The physiological benefits of supportive relationships are tied to lower levels of stress hormones, healthier heart rates, and better immune system function. But the advantages extend beyond the body. Mentally, close relationships help maintain cognitive health, especially in old age. Regular social interaction stimulates memory, language, and problem-solving skills. In fact, social engagement is considered a protective factor against dementia and cognitive decline. For older adults, maintaining bonds with family, friends, or even pets can stave off loneliness, a condition increasingly recognized as a serious health risk. Furthermore, emotional intimacy supports better sleep quality, healthier lifestyle choices, and greater adherence to medical advice. People in happy relationships are more likely to exercise, eat well, and attend regular health checkups. They are also more motivated to pursue goals and make positive changes in their lives, knowing they have someone cheering them on. Over time, these cumulative benefits significantly enhance both quality and length of life. In this way, cultivating and maintaining close relationships is not just a path to emotional happiness, it's a cornerstone of lifelong health and vitality.